Is the BMI a reasonable indicator of body fat for adults? And how does it help in weight loss? Hi, friends. My name is Jessica, and I'm on the road to losing the last 30 pounds after losing 90 pounds. Before I begin my Monday discussion, I would like to break this into 3 segments. I will be discussing the BMI as valuable data to capture progress, exercise to help with function in our centennial decathlon. This is the focus on Dr. Atya's podcast, as well as the book Reimagining Work, and nutrition, focusing on intuitive eating and hunger crashing combinations, which is a philosophy by Abby Sharp, who's a dietitian. I will give you my perspective on how I use this free information to help me lose and maintain weight loss. But going back to our discussion, the body mass index is used to measure body fat in order for health practitioners to assess risk of chronic disease from the patient and population perspective. It is a simplistic way of looking for in terms of risk. The BMI relies only on height versus weight, and it does not distinguish between bone, muscle, or fat. Neither does it give you any indication of the distribution between subcutaneous or visceral fat. Subcutaneous being the fat that you can pinch versus visceral being the fat that's around your organs. More keenly noticeable in which BMI actually does fail is in people that have a large amount of muscle, athletes, football players, and such. And the second aspect is actually the skinny fat, elderly people who have very low muscle mass. This is why additional information is needed, like your waist, hip, and chest measurements. They can help in giving the BMI a more perspective and more enriched to that crude value. And while this might not be as valuable as elaborate equipment, you and I are seeking weight loss in a cost-efficient and possible way that will promote equitable for all weight loss. On a personal note, I do not give BMI much value in terms on how the categories of under, over, obese are distributed, but I do use it as a raw tool to assess my progress in terms of muscle bone fat ratio, especially since the name of the game is not weight loss per se, it is ultimately fat loss. Additionally, and more importantly, to add to that is improvement of function for continued quality of life and intuitive eating while being at your goal weight. So I want to use the BMI and the measurement as a tool to continue to preserve my goal weight. So let's go deep into the data, and I will post the references that I used on the up there in the post. Have a good one. When I started this journey, my BMI was 39.9. It is now 26.3. Subcutaneous and visceral fat are lower. My muscle mass is also lower, but not as high. The thing to remember is measurement-wise, my waist should be between the 32 to 34 range. I am choosing to do 32 because of my body type. In terms of anything else, I would say that wherever that weight falls under the waist that I am looking at is what my weight should be.